Hey everybody, David here. Today we are having a look from all my drone footage that I've done. The War, hello, how are you? Can you hear me fine? Let me know. I'm doing this from my laptop at home. And you are first. Thank you for joining us today. So this is Duranbar. I've done a lot of live streams from D-Bar, and now this is looking at D-Bar from up high. So it should look pretty good. Yep, thank you. You can hear me. So that's looking out. That's Lovers Rock in the foreground, and we're heading around from Lovers around to Snapper. So that is looking around towards Froggies. So that's Froggies and Lovers in the foreground, and that's the lighthouse, Point Danger Lighthouse. The street straight down the middle you just saw, that is the border of Queensland and New South Wales. So thank you for everybody for joining me today. It's school holidays here today, so I didn't want to be walking through the beaches with everybody watching me. So I've got some footage that I've shot with the drone, so I shot this especially to show you guys what the Gold Coast and northern New South Wales looks like from the air. As you can see, it looks fairly spectacular. So that three-towered thing right in the middle, that's the Captain Cook Lighthouse right on the top of Point Danger. That's the beach we've walked along. For our D-Bar walks. And what else we got there? There are the cars parked. You can see the Tweed River. The Tweed River heads off towards Murwillumbah. So it heads off for about 50 kilometres, I suppose. Up through Murwillumbah, up through Yukon, all the way up to Mount Warning. So now we're looking, that's the lighthouse coming up from Duranbar, looking up. And you can see that's the border straight down the middle of the lighthouse. And now we're down to Fingal. So, are you seeing Duranbar or are you seeing Fingal at the moment? I've got two different screens here. What are you seeing at the moment, the War? On one screen it's showing that I'm going around Fingal Lighthouse, and weird. But that's what we're looking at the moment. We have... I'll talk to you about what I'm seeing. So I'm still seeing Duranbar. So you can see the lighthouse, and next thing will pop up underneath it. And lift up above the Captain Cook Lighthouse. Alright. CD Argus, how are you? Thank you for joining. I hope everybody's having a good day today. This is our Monday here. It's start of school holidays and the beach is jam-packed. So people get a bit upset when you're walking through the flags and through past kids with a phone videoing everything, so I thought I would show this for you. So can you let me know, are you looking at the lighthouse or am I going up towards the lighthouse? That's what I'm seeing on my screen. Now I'm at Fingal and we're going to go around Fingal Lighthouse. That's the lighthouse in the background. And right in the back you can see that tallest mountain there. That's actually Mount Warning. So you're seeing Mount Warning now from 400 foot in the air. So that looks pretty cool. So yeah, that's the waves breaking on the front of the headland. We've been up around, we've walked all over that headland, and that's where I saw that brown snake. All those live streams ago, where I nearly stood on it. So we're just wrapping around. So, are you guys hearing music? Can you let me know if you're hearing music on the reefs? I'm pretty sure I put music on this video just to make it a bit nice. So Santiago, so where are you from? Can you let me know? And so thank you for joining. Thank everybody for joining at the moment. It's been really good. See the Tweed River in the background. And now we're starting to look to the north, and it's looking all the way down Fingal Beach. And we're looking up to all those high rises up there that will be Cabarita and Rainbow Bay and stuff. Gives you a nice perspective from up high, doesn't it? Just on the other side of the river up there, that's Big River, and it runs around to Froggies and Snapper. So that's cool. That's Fingal Lighthouse right in the middle of your screen, and that's looking up towards Snapper, Coolangatta, Greenmount, where I've also done a lot of live streams from. You should see the crowd on the beach at the moment. There are people everywhere. Alright, so now we're out around Cook Island. So I'm going to do a circle around Cook. So that's looking from the beach side. So right in the background, that's Kingscliff with Cook in the front. And that's running down the beach towards Fingal in the background. Outside of Cook. And thank you everybody for joining us today. So it's school holidays here at the moment and there are people everywhere on the beach, so I thought I'd show you the drone footage. So this is all pretty recent, this drone footage. I've shot this specially for this. So there's the headland from looking outside of Cook Island. So that's Fingal Headland in the foreground. And Cooking. The headland in the background, sorry. And that's Mount Warning, you can see. Alright, so I don't know what was happening then, everybody. It's saying it's buffering. Is it showing up alright for you guys? I see we've got a few people watching. Alright, don't know what's going on there, but it's saying it's okay. Looks like we got it back. If anyone's chatting, can you tell me if you're seeing this properly? It's saying it's perfect on my end, but then I'm getting warnings coming up. What do you do? Hey Matten, Onshot, how are you? Thank you for joining us. For some reason my screen's buffering. I hope it's okay for you guys. But so now, what is going on? Alright, looks like I've got it back, so we're going up Cudgen Creek here. Just passed over a ski paddler. Now I've got that wide shot. Looking down to Cabarita and Hastings Point in the background. And it's going up Cudgen Creek. connection today, guys. I hope it's coming through okay for you. That's looking down Cudgen Creek, Cudgen Reef. So you can see that's crystal clear water. Okay. That looks, look how blue that water is. That's no editing, no anything. That's straight out of the drone. That's the east and west walls of the Cudgen Creek. And that's Cudgen Reef straight underneath us. There's a jet ski coming out. And that jet ski's going to head out onto the reef. There's a local fisherman on the beach. So they'll be going out fishing. And that's the offshore reef you can see. It just sits straight up the end of the breakwalls. Great for diving out there. See the tides going out there, you can see that dirty water just in the foreground. There's the local fishermen on the beach in their cars. And you can see where the that pole, that's where the eagle lives. And that's Byron Bay in the far left of the background. And you've got Cabarita and Hastings Point. And that's running along at water level. And then we'll follow this jet ski out to sea. So that's Cudgen Creek. It's looking back to the first headland will be Cabarita, second headland is Hastings Point. Now we're at Harrington. So this is in the north coast of New South Wales. Done a couple of ice streams from down this way. That's the breakwater. Stopping the main river going, flooding through Harrington. Breakwall. It's a quiet little fishing village, that one, Harrington. That's the, we've just gone past the pub on the right hand side, and that's the Bowls Club just coming into view now. So I was looking along Crowdy Headland, and that's the Crowdy Lighthouse in the foreground. Well, hi everybody, thanks for watching today. We've had a few glitches, but I think I've got it working again. Hope you're enjoying it from wherever you're watching from. So this is looking from Cabarita. So we're sitting at about 200 foot there. And we're just doing a little orbit around the lighthouse. That's the Tweed River in the background. And that's D-Bar. On the left of screen. That's coming around the Tweed River, coming up to the mouth of the Tweeds. And that's No, Chuck, sorry, it's not live. It's school holidays at the moment, but I'm live. I'm narrating it. This is what I shot on my drone just a couple of weeks ago. So there's a lot of people on the beach at the moment. People get upset. People get upset when you are walking past kids filming. So we're just doing an orbit around Fingal Lighthouse. You can see the headland there. That lighthouse is about 18 to 22 metres above sea level. So you can see how hard those waves are hitting and going up the headland. Beautiful view there. You've got the Tweed River in the background. All those mountains you can see in the background is actually the Mount Warning caldera. So that is where the volcano was that formed all this rock, all this lava right down the front here. So it was a huge volcano, and that's still running around to the right there. You can see all that in the background is all the volcano. So we're still going around the headland. That's Fingal Beach just in the foreground, and that's looking right around out to the mouth of the Tweed, and the high rise is coming up on your right now. That's Coolangatta, Rainbow Bay, Snapper Rocks, and Coolangatta. Greenmount. And that's the beautiful Fingal Beach there. So you asked if it was live, Chuck. I can't live stream my drone footage, much to my dismay. I've tried a few times now, but it just won't work. So what I'm doing is just videoing it, or recording it, sorry, and putting it straight on a live stream. Headland there, that's the lighthouse, and right up in the corner you can see the Tweed Bar. You can see the two walls of the Tweed Bar, the Tweed River mouth, and that snapper right in the middle top of your screen. Surfing all morning today, so the ocean is 5 times better than what it looks there. It is just spectacular, and there was a bait ball of pilchards come through, and in the middle of the bait ball was 3 or 4 dolphins. They were just working the pilchards up, so that was quite good having them go underneath us while we were surfing. We'll just do an orbit around Cook. So that's looking from the beach side, and we'll orbit all the way around Cook Island. So this is actually the male meeting place for the local Aboriginals. That's where they conducted their man business up there. So in the background, that's Kingscliff. see the reef breaking just down underneath to the left of the screen. That's Kingscliff Beach. And that beach will run all the way around to the headland. So I've done a few live streams for down on that beach there. Might try and get down there tomorrow, but what I really want to do tomorrow is I want to actually paddle my board out to Cook Island, and I'll video the whole trip out there, and I'll video going around the island, weather permitting, but it should be nice tomorrow. So that would be hopefully tomorrow's live stream. It should look really good. It's beautiful when you paddle out around that island. A lot of diving out there. So that's looking at the Cudgen. That's the Hastings Point bridge you can see in the background. Very hazy out on the mountains. There must be a bushfire out there when I shot this. Thank you, Caveman. It is beautiful out there, isn't it? And that tallest mountain there you can see in the background, that's Mount Warning. So that's the plug of the volcano. So everything you can see out there that's very hazy, that is the volcano caldera. And that's looking around. That's the lighthouse in the middle of the screen on the top of the headland. So glad you could join me today, Caveman. Where are you viewing from today? So we're still orbiting around Cook Island. It's quite a nice way to look at the island from up at 200 foot. And you can see the lines. Oh, South Bronx. Beautiful. So glad you could join us today. Must be late there in the South Bronx. Must be midnight. As you can see the wave lines coming through from the headland there. Great little wave building there. Back in on the beach at Fingal. And we're just cruising out to the lighthouse, so you can see the waves breaking out the front of the rock. You get a lot of backwash out there. So like I was saying, tomorrow I'm going to paddle out beside the headland there, and I'll go out to Cook Island. I'll go out on my stand-up. 11 o'clock to 11, beautiful. So I'll paddle out there and I'll video the whole lot, and then I'll put that on the live stream. That should look really good, especially if the conditions are the same. So we had a lot of whales going past this morning, we had a lot of dolphins, we had a lot of bait fish. What we had last week was 2 humpback whales. They were dead, washed up on the beach. So that was just a bit further south from where we are a bit. So let's just see more on the headland. show you that reef very shortly where they're going fishing. That's the on the left, that's the east wall. On the right, that's the west wall of the Cudgen Creek. So that boat's heading out there. Nice bit of fishing out that you'll get. You'll get a lot of jewfish, snapper out on those outside reefs. Work last night, a little bit tired now. So just cruising up the creek. Can you close that and lock it? That's a little bit further up Cudgen Creek. We'll just cruise all the way up here. It's very scenic up this way. I've said before on a few live streams, this is where on the incoming tide you just sit there on a float and you just float up the creek. Very peaceful. Especially over the summer months. And you've got a lone kayak paddler there. As you can see, there's hardly anybody around. It's just beautiful. Norfolk pines in the background. Those pines are, excuse me, those pines are from Norfolk Island, which is just off the coast of Newcastle, a couple of 100 kilometres out. Now that's in the background there, that's again Cudgen Creek. You can see Cabarita headland, and then you also see Hastings Point, and I think we go around a bit and we can actually see Byron Bay as well. Are you sure you start at this time? Toodle. Daughter's just heading off to work, so that's out on the left hand side, that's looking out towards Byron Bay. Yep, so that was, you can see now Byron Bay right on the very left-hand edge. And that's the most easterly point of Australia, what you're looking at there on the left. And that's coming up to the bridge at the end of Cudgen Creek. Now we're out on Cudgen Reef. And you have the east wall, the west wall of the Cudgen Creek. Can't stop yawning. Big night at work last night. And underneath us we have Cudgen Reef, so that's a nice surfing reef when the waves pick up a bit. See how crystal clear that water is. Just looking from above, it's just stunning looking down. So there's that reef system again, with the waves breaking on it. You get a lot of boogie boarders out there. It's fairly shallow. Look how green that water is. The peak mouth, and you can see the dirty water running out, so the tide must be going out there. So that ski's heading out to there to go diving or fishing. So we'll pull up here and you can see we've got some drop off there. There's some nice fish swimming in there. You've got the Mulloway Drew. And you can see the dirty water coming out into the Cudgen Creek. There's the reef on the background to the left. And that's the local beach fishermen on the beach with their four-wheel drives. And you can see Byron Bay right in the background there. So the full the jet ski, just heading out to go out to that Cudgen Reef to go for a fish or a dive. see how busy it is out there on that creek. Hardly got anybody around in the off season. In the middle of summer it gets fairly packed, but you can always get away from the crowd there. So on the background you've got Cabarita's the first headland, Hastings Point is the second headland. Now we're looking down at Harrington on the mid-north coast of New South Wales. Now we're looking down at Harrington on the mid-north coast of New South Wales. Is that Marmite? Yep, I'll just pick that up a bit. Is that Marmite? Yep. All right, that sounds a bit better. So now we're looking at Harrington. So it's a beautiful little fishing village there, Harrington. I shot this just a couple of days ago. As I'm saying before, we have school holidays here at the moment, so I don't want to be walking through the crowds with their kids with my phone and videoing, so people get a little bit upset when they see that. With my phone and videoing. So it's really beautiful Harrington. We're just cruising. So that's the breakwall, that's the ocean on the closest to the screen, and then the ocean and Manning River, and then you've got the Harrington Township just on the inside there, and that's the breakwall. That breakwall runs for about 3 or 4 kilometres. That from the inside there to the end of the breakwall there, that's 1 kilometre, and then it runs all the way down into the Manning River itself to stabilise the ocean. So back in the day, back in the 1800s, the actually ships that used to come into that river. But I heard the other day that the guy that designed it was from the Northern Hemisphere, and he wasn't used to the sand coming from the south going north. He's used to the sand going the other way, and that's why he's built the breakwall on the wrong side, and you get the sand building up on the other side of the breakwall on the wrong side, which actually blocks the mouth of the Manning. So you can see that there, all that sand build up is on the wrong side. So that's because we had an engineer from the Northern Hemisphere. I think they would have checked his credentials before he started. So that's a couple of million cubes of sand there on that sandbank, all getting stopped by the breakwall. So that breakwall should have been over what's just come into view now, and that would have held the mouth of the Manning River. Now we're going out to, that's Crowdy Heads, and up on the top of the Crowdy Heads headland here is the lighthouse that warns everybody of the mouth of the Manning River and the reefs that are just offshore here. Really good fishing out the front there. You get a lot of nice dew, salmon, then your normal brim. So you can see the lighthouse on the top of the headland there. And then we'll just head down the headland and you can see there's your lighthouse. That's the Crowdy Head Lighthouse. That's Crowdy Head Bay, or Crowdy Bay in the background. So again, that's Crowdy Head Lighthouse. So we're looking towards Cabarita now. That's Cabarita Headland. We've seen a lot of whales from up there on my lives. And just on the western side of that headland, you can see all the surfers. That's where someone got attacked by a shark just a couple of weeks ago, straight down there where we're looking now. And a dead humpback whale washed up on the beach there too, so there'd be a few whites hanging around at the moment out there. So that's the north side of Cabarita headland from looking from out to sea. So that's the Cabarita village there. It's slowly getting busier there, but still beautiful. And that's Cabarita from the west.